Hey friends, welcome back to Bear's Homestead. If you're new here, I hope you stick around and check us out. Today I'm doing a recipe of Asian stir-fry sauce. I'm going to be pressure canning Asian stir-fry sauce. This recipe came onto my radar, oh God, I want to say about 7 or 8 months ago when I first started watching a YouTuber over at Our Urban Homestead. Well, I don't want to say .com, but Our Urban Homestead. And Chelsea, the cook on that, or the content creator, she is a beast in the kitchen, and I mean she's a monster. She's just like at a level that I'll never get to, but I can aspire to. So I urge you, or suggest to you, or whatever to you, go check her out at oururbanhomestead.com, and I'll put that below. So I'm making her Asian stir-fry sauce. This recipe it's been on my mind for a while, and last week I wanted something different for dinner, so I was like, I don't know what the hell to make. So I was like, and then that came to my mind, so I went and searched for her video, printed it off, and then I just made it for dinner that night. I just kind of pared it down because of my culinary background. I can pare down recipes pretty easily. It's pretty straightforward for me, and I made it for dinner that night, and it was amazing. So I highly suggest that you check this recipe out at the very least. So I'm making that recipe. We're going to be pressure canning it, and so thank you, Chelsea, because this is now going to be on my pantry shelf. But before I go into it, a couple of things is this recipe is a pressure can recipe because I'm going to be using clear gel as the thickening agent. Now, you don't have to put this in there. You can can this with thickening agent in the jar, and then you can just thicken it at the pot to your desired consistency with cornstarch or whatever you use. But I'm doing it with the clear gel because I've been having good results with making gravies and things and canning them with the clear gel. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. The other thing with the recipe is it calls for soy sauce. Now, soy sauce obviously is not gluten-free for those that are interested in gluten-free product. So you can use liquid aminos, cocoa aminos. I'm not using that for this recipe. I'm not using that for this recipe because I just don't have enough. So I'm just doing a traditional soy. So gluten is not a real big concern of mine. And and for the people that I entertain with, I obviously won't use that for them should they be gluten intolerant. But it's a pretty straightforward recipe. So I really encourage you to take a look at the recipe at the very least to see if it's something you want to make and give it a shot, because I certainly am. And away we go. Okay, so the first thing the recipe says is that we must take 3/4 of a cup of clear gel and whisk it into 2/3 cup of water. I probably should have used a bigger container. 2 cups of water, 1 1/3 cup apple cider vinegar, 2 2/3 cup soy sauce, 11 cloves of garlic, 11 cloves of garlic, 1 1/3 teaspoon of ginger powder, of course the 1 1/3 cup of brown sugar. To that we are adding 8 cups of the stock, giving that a whisk, and over to the stove we go. And all you want to do is you want to bring that up to a simmering boil, because you need to get it to that boiling point to thicken it with the clear gel if you're using the clear gel. Okay, so here we are. The mixture is coming up to a simmer. Just going to go ahead and we are going to add in the clear gel that we set aside. I can feel it thickening up already, and okay, we're back to a boil. And get it right off the heat. Okay, so we yielded 8 jars out of that batch, which is what I was hoping to get and what I expected. So they were in the pressure canner. It's on, it's starting to vent, so that'll vent for 10 minutes. And then we'll go ahead, we'll put the weight on, and it'll be at about 10.5, 11 pound PSI or the 10 pound jiggle at sea level. So, you know, adjust accordingly for your altitude, and then you have to do your own research on that. So one of the things I wanted to just mention real quick in filling the jars, I didn't really, you know, talk about it like when I was doing it, because I just kind of wanted you to just see it done. But, and this is just a little bit left over, but because you're using clear gel, you know, clear gel expands. Now the recipe says a 1/2 inch headspace. I went with a little bit more, almost an inch of headspace, because my experience is that with clear gel expands and therefore eats up some of the headspace. So I went with just a little bit more, almost an inch on the headspace, and I'm sure that's going to be fine. That's, again, that's my experience. You can, you know, do whatever you want at your kitchen. I'm just kidding. Or am I? So you know, about a 1/2 inch to an inch of headspace for the clear gel expansion. Now, if you don't use the clear gel and you just process it as a liquid, and then the 1/2 inch will be more than enough for this purpose. So I have a little bit left over, so I'll probably use that for like a dinner or something this week. So in the canner, it's going to 10 pounds pressure for 20 minutes, and adjust accordingly for your altitude. Who's a happy girl? You're a good girl. Pretty girl. Sit. And that's pretty much it. It is literally one of the most straightforward things you'll ever do. It's take the ingredients, put them in a pot, mix them up, put them on the stove, bring it to a simmer, add the clear gel if you're using it, and bring it to a quick boil, and then get it off the burner and can it up or jar it up. So like I said earlier, the headspace that I was using is it was just shy of an inch, but it's more than a 1/2 inch that the original recipe called for. Like I said, my experience with clear gel is that it expands, so I wanted to make sure I had enough room in that. So as I'm looking at it, it looks like I made the right call on that. These are really way too hot to pick up right now, and you shouldn't pick up jars when they're really hot. And the other thing is I want to touch on that gluten-free aspect of it again, or if you're looking for a soy alternate, and you can use any one of the soy-free soy sauces, low sodium if that's what you want to do. Cocoa aminos are a good option. If you're gluten-free, you already know what you're looking for in that respect. Just know that you can use any one of those products. And also I wanted to touch on that because of the stock, the turkey stock, or the chicken stock or vegetable stock. Now I use my own turkey stock, and I know it's gluten-free because it's just turkey, and I think I flavored that batch with just onion, so I don't recall the year ago. But some of the store-bought stuff may not be 100% gluten-free, but a person that lives that lifestyle is already looking at that stuff, so you can make this and use those ingredients, and that's fine. Like I said, I am going to put this below, in the description. And circling back to our Urban Homestead, totally go check them out. Like I said, Chelsea is just a beast in the kitchen, so I mean, she's just banging it out. So this was very inspirational. So thank you, Chelsea, because I definitely have another recipe of yours I'm going to try, but I'm not going to say which one until I'm ready to do it. But I'm looking forward to making this, into part of our dinner. So I have 8 jars here, so that'll get me probably 8 months. I'll probably only use it like once a month because of, just the way things are. And for those that are thinking, you know, about the sugar aspect of this, again, it breaks down over the course of those meals. So the one, what was it, 1 1/3 cup of sugar, it seems like a lot in the recipe. And you know, if you're keto and no sugar, then you would need to find a sugar substitute. But in this case, we're not 100% keto. We're just, you know, monitoring our sugar and so forth. So I think it's, you know, okay, and I'm comfortable with it, and that's the important thing. Is just, you know, I'm comfortable with it. So that's all I got. So if you like what you've seen, you have any comments or suggestions, any ideas for other Asian inspired sauces that I could make, please, you know, leave those comments below, or just leave a comment to say, hey, what's going on? And that's about it. So we will see you on the next video, and as always, hit that like and subscribe button, and the best way you can help us out is by sharing our video on your social media. See you next time, friends. Thanks so much.